A musician I spoke to this week had just applied for a songwriting retreat. And to get in, he had to submit 2 finished songs. He was able to focus, get the work down, get it recorded, get it produced. He was productive. He got it done, and he was delighted to submit them. Now that his application is in, he told me that he's back to his old ways of feeling like he's unmotivated and it's too easy to quit in the middle. The drive is gone. Nothing's changed about his talent. Nothing's changed about the songs he's working on. But what has changed is the deadline disappeared. And that was bridging the gap of the hardest part of the creative process. If you've ever finished something under pressure and wondered why, when the pressure's gone, you can't replicate that energy and motivation, then this is the video for you. The retreat deadline didn't change anything about the project or his ability. It created an external dopamine bridge that got him through the messy middle. Remove the deadline and the bridge disappears. This is the dopamine cliff. And I'm sure you've been there at the start of every project. Our neurodiverse brains are flooded with dopamine. And it's not just motivation. That dopamine's the fuel. The middle is where the fuel runs out. It's not boredom. It's not that the project's wrong or that it's no longer any good. It's a withdrawal from the chemical that your brain was running on. So when we get stuck in the middle, our brain knows that if I start something new, there'll be more dopamine. It'll be exciting, it'll be novel, it'll be new. It's easier to go and start it than continue pushing through and trying to get to the end. And that feels like an answer to this problem right now. Let's start something new. But in a couple of weeks, you're going to be back at the same place, in that messy middle and wanting to start another project. I have been through this loop so many times. This isn't a character flaw, it's a loop with a predictable shape. It's not laziness, it's not failure, it's not that you're not good at this anymore. It's just the work that you believe in rarely gets finished. And your brain thinks, in the middle of the project, this is hard, it doesn't feel good, and I want to escape. So what does it do? You get triggered and you start another project. And that makes the next project even harder to get started, sustain, and get through to the finish. Knowing you're standing at this cliff is everything. You're not falling, you're not failing, you're standing in a place and you know exactly where you are and exactly what's next. And what he was missing, and what most neurodiverse creatives are missing, isn't discipline. It's a goals architecture that the retreat deadline did. It's external accountability. It's the idea in your head of where your short, medium and long-term goals lie, why you're doing this, why it's important to you, and who you are even in the midst of this process. And that's what makes the middle survivable and even starts to build a muscle as a finisher, finishing your projects, getting used to that slump in the middle and still going to the end. But here's what matters about that type of accountability. Whether we ever get to work together or not, what you need to do is set those goals in place and build out what external accountability looks like for you. It needs to be caring, supportive and wholesome, not like a bad micromanaging boss who's breathing down your neck, setting deadlines, and you feel like you're one moment away from disappointing someone. Neurodiverse brains don't work well under that kind of pressure. They shut down, they try to run away. I'm sure you've been there and know exactly what that feels like. The right accountability feels like somebody who genuinely gives a damn about your work and shows up and works alongside you. Not surveillance, not fear, a creative partnership. If you want to spend a year working on this with someone alongside you, regular sessions where we actually work together, not just talking, then the Creative Mastership program is open now. There are 5 spots and the link's in the description. Thanks for listening to me. YouTube's going to show you another video here. And until next time, stay creative.